is asked, and let's discuss about that. First of all, why system design is required. System design is essential because it enables scalability, efficiency, reliability, modularity, user experience, and effective collaboration. Without system design knowledge concept, you are not a good developer, you are not a good software developer. So it is like set the foundation for successful system development and play a crucial role in achieving the desired outcome. Example, I can say good Google material design, Apple human interface guideline, Microsoft fluent design system. These are the some example which is related to the system design concept. And the first topic in the system design concept, I can say importance the load balancer, and we'll see about the problem with the load balancer related. What is the problem? How this load balancer will be solving over there. So in system design, a common issue arises when a single server or resource become overwhelmed with incoming network traffic or workload, resulting in decreased performance. Like multiple sort of request is coming. Like I can say example real time when you are watching the live cricket, then multiple request streaming is going on. So due to that, performance decrease if we don't have a proper server balance over there, slow response time and potential system failure. So this problem require an effective solution to evenly distribute the workload across the multiple server or resources. So for this problem we have to be solution. What solution we can use? We can use with the help of load balancer. So we can use the load balancer which is act as a traffic manager that evenly distribute the incoming request or workload across the multiple server. Like I can say if I have 100 requests, I don't send 100 requests into one single server. I can split into 50 requests in server 1, 50 requests in the server 2 simultaneously, so which will be not get heavy load, I can say, and not getting the performance issue over there. So it is purpose to optimize the resource utilization, improve performance, and ensure high availability by preventing any single component from being overwhelmed. As a diagram, you can see the multiple client requests coming over the internet, and this load balancer help to get the distributed request into different server. Next question, I can say the advantage of that load balancer, I can say it gives a good performance, enhances scalability, high availability, efficiency, resource utilization, and simplify the maintenance part. Next, after the load balancer, caching. Caching is an important concept and important mechanism in the system design, and the problem related to caching in the system we can see is getting a lot of request system and it's taking a long time to respond. So this is the problem if any system is facing. So on that we can use the caching mechanism. So the system can use a caching system to store frequently accessed data in memory. This will reduce the amount of time it takes to respond to those requests because the system will not have to go to the database to retrieve the data. I can say if you are using social media, there is a read write operation. If you are reading certain thing in the Twitter or on some other platform, big platform, so if that data is like static type, I can say, then we don't have to be like go to the database server and hit and read the response. For that purpose, we can create a caching mechanism and store the static data over there. And when this multiple request is coming for the reading purpose, we can use that static data which is stored in the caching and get the access over there. So this is the some little bit example about the caching where we are using. Similarly for the other platform also. So it will be like reduce the amount of time it takes to respond to those requests because the system will not have to go the database to retrieve the data. That means you can see we have a first request coming in the client side, and this goes to the caching server. Then caching server, if have that file similar data, static file or static content, it will respond over there. Yeah, if sometime it will not get, then it goes to the database or original server and take the data and respond to the client. So caching mechanism improve the performance time, load, remove, like I can say, reduce the time span over there for the getting the response. So caching is a technique that store the frequently accessed data in a temporary location such as a memory to improve the access speed. And next, after the catching, we have a catch eviction policy. And problem over there, what we can see, a system has a limited amount of catch space, and it need to be decided which data to evict when the catch is full. So for that, we can see we have a solution, like the system can use the catch eviction policy to decide which data have to be evicted. If you are from the computer background, computer science background, or computer engineering background, you have heard about the concept about the LRE LFU concept. So that policy or that eviction policy we can apply over here, such as like least recently used page mechanism or least frequently used mechanism at a random. So basis on that, the data evicted policy or cache policy we can perform. So a cache eviction policy is a strategy to decide whether data is removed from a cache when it's full. And after that, we have a data partitioning, important concept. And problem statement for the data partitioning, I can say when this problem is coming and when we have to use the data partition concept. I can say example like social media platform experience high traffic and struggling to keep up the demand, and the platform need to find a way to improve the performance without having to invest more hardware. So for that, we can use the data partition. And this platform, I can say in the solution wise, I can say this platform can use the data partitioning to distribute the data across the multiple server, and this will allow the platform to scale out and handle the more traffic without having to increase the capacity of each server. And the data partition, I can say that definition wise, I can say the process of dividing the large data set into smaller or more manageable pieces. And I can say there is a mechanism to use the data partitioning horizontal or vertical scaling type. And in the chunk of database, we can divide or distribute. So this can be done by dividing the database on the geographical location, time, location, and any other critical criteria that make the sense of that application. So this is the very good concept of the data partitioning. So that's it about the system design important concept and question which is asked in many of the company. Hope you got the idea and got the good valuable information from this video.